All right.
Now I can't see. I'm blind. Phillips, I'm blind. I'm blind. I can't see. Somebody help me. Oh my God.
Well, that wasn't what I wanted.
What's up, big boy? What's up, big boy? There it is. Oh, dude, now I look like ultra red, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what is happening here? Just like a conspiracy.
I don't know, but you got about 1 minute and 45 seconds to handle it.
I am a professional, bro. I know. I got this shit under control. Dude, I am a pro. See, everything within arm's reach, even the long arms.
Okay. Hey, Linda. Hey, Audrey.
Where are they at? YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
They're in the YouTube. Ooh, ooh.
Nice hat. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah. Thanks, Linda. I look like an old man when I put my glasses on so I can see. I think my prescription changed. That's weird. Something's weird going on here.
Something weird is going on here on my end too.
Yeah, I don't think it worked out like it was supposed to. All right, 30 seconds.
What happened? You all right, bro? You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Ronnie looks sexy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Linda.
We're going to get a little harmonica from Rocky tonight.
No, we ain't getting nothing from Rocky tonight, man. Except some love.
Some love. There it is. All right, here we go.
Let's go. Come on.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
You know, I'm just going to say this. Let's just start out by saying, Ron, I know I love you, but I want to know, does everybody else love you? You know what I'm saying?
What, does people love me?
Yeah, do they love you?
People love me. I'm like a big, giant teddy bear, dude.
You are, actually.
Yeah.
And I can validate this, folks, and I'll explain why. Because when we were up north,
oh, here it comes.
Ron was a little frazzled to be sleeping in the basement there's a multitude of ghosts in the basement from all different eras from our existence.
Yeah.
And he was emotional and he needed some comforting, you know, and he called us to me.
Slept with the light on because you were down there too, not in the same room.
I came with you. Dude, we cuddled up in the same sleeping bag. We shared, and it was a kid sleeping bag.
But you did sleep with every light in the basement on.
Sure did.
You did.
Because I know,
and
I know.
I slept with my door open so I could make a quick escape if I needed to.
Okay, Linda says she loves you.
I'm
doing a poll right now in the chat room on YouTube. I'm doing a poll asking people if they love you. So if you love Ron, just go ahead and tell me. If you don't, just say no. Sarah Nichols, I don't expect nothing from you, so don't even answer.
What? Oh, thank you. Who loves me?
Linda. That's
Audrey,
it. So you got
Linda.
one.
No, I got Audrey. My mom better say she loves me. She's in there. My son better say he loves me. He's in there.
Where are they at, bro?
Yeah, they're all in YouTube. I see them. Sandy, thank you. I don't know why did I need all the validation tonight? What about you? Do they not love you?
No, I don't need it because I know you love me.
I do. I love you.
What else you need, bro?
Thanks, Mom. Love you too. All right, there.
I love you too, Mom. Yeah. Oh, hey, yo. How you doing, Mom? You know what I'm saying? How you doing?
Holly got banned on Facebook for 3 days. What did you say?
What'd you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
Holly, man. There's no telling.
Holly. Well, no, you know, she doesn't post. I don't ever see her post anything that is out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, your mom, on the other hand, she gets a little out of hand sometimes on social media. You know, I was going to actually call you the other day because I had some concerns, but we'll get over it. We'll figure it out. We'll work through it. You know what I'm saying, Phillips?
I do.
So anyways, I went to the doctor yesterday, and I was just going to say a joke, and it's not even an appropriate time. So y'all be kind of proud of me right now, because I could have just got myself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. So
they found, I got some stuff going on. Just want to let you know that.
Did they find what was going on?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Anytime they got to take your guts out of your stomach.
Is that what's got to happen, though?
I don't know, but that's what I see. I Googled something and I got a little freaked out. I should have never Googled anything, but I just know. So they called me last night when I was at this event. And I'm like, you're calling me after 8 o'clock at night. I go, that can't be good. You make me kind of nervous right now. I don't understand why the doctor's calling me at 8:15 at night. Aren't you guys closed? Don't you have a life? Don't you have something you have to do? Like go home? So they did find where it's happening. There is an issue and it's stupid, right? It's stupid syndrome. That's what they call it. I had never heard of it before, right? It's called stupid syndrome.
Did it stem from the other surgery?
That is still yet undetermined.
I got you.
So they found where the blockage is at in the intestine because she said it to me like she was giving me a GPS
they told
coordinates.
you before. They told you before that there was no obstruction.
And that's the thing, is that there is no obstruction, but there's an obstruction. So it's, how sometimes I'm going to get kind of gross, but most of the time the obstruction is your freaking crap. You know what I mean? Because, you don't have enough fiber. You go take some stupid freaking, bro, it's terrible. And so that's your typical obstruction where it just gets lodged in there. And sometimes, they just need to go up in and scoop and shovel you out. It happens. I don't judge you.
Okay.
Film it next time, though.
Is that what the deal is?
No. So there's only speculation right now because there's nothing physical that's blocking it. There's nothing in there that's saying you ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So some can still get through, but it's really, really painful, bro. So when I'm going through all those pains, something's trying to get through that area that's constricted.
Okay. So you have a constricted area in your intestine. It sounds like.
See, Linda said it. He looks very thin. I told you, Ron. Ron, what did I ask you before we went live?
Right.
I said, Ron, can you make me wider, bro?
He's lost quite a bit of weight. That is a fact.
Oh, about 26 pounds.
Yeah. Since your first surgery, right?
Yes. Yeah. In 6 weeks, 26 pounds.
Now, is that due to not eating because it's painful?
Yeah. It's everything. So after the surgery, you don't eat because for one, you're just scared scared shitless. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. I just said that. It was weird, but it just kind of came with it.
Yeah, I know. I get it. But,
okay. And then it gets to the point to where you're starving.
Yeah.
You're literally starving, right? Like,
so you got to eat something, right?
Dude, you can go to Walmart and look at a human and be like, dude, I would totally eat them right now. You're that hungry, Are
you being forced to eat soft foods?
Well, no, I'm eating whatever I want. Okay. And they told me at first, no hard foods, peanuts are hard on your gut. Yeah. There's certain leaf lettuces. I'm like, a lettuce is hard on your gut? That's dumb. Don't worry,
this isn't like diverticulitis or anything, is it?
What is that?
If you've not heard it, then that's not what it is.
Well, they said a couple
big pockets, words, Ron. Little pockets in your intestine where stuff gets trapped.
Well, it could be a potential.
Well,
right?
You would know that already if that's what it was. Yeah.
You would see that item that's blocked though, right? With this MRI or whatever, because they put that.
Well, they may have to do a colonoscopy to get up in there and look.
Dude, I'm totally down, bro. I just gave myself one. I just took a bath.
I don't want to know. That's so nasty, dude.
What?
It's
nasty. You trying to say I'm gross, bro?
No, it would be the water after your colonoscopy that would be gross.
Will you film it?
No, I'm not filming.
Would you show me your love for me, brother? Would you show me your love for me if I got permission for you to come in at least until,
Oh, you're talking about at the hospital? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, I'll film it.
Oh, you think, film me
in the tub? No, I'm not doing that. But I'll go to the hospital in a heartbeat. I just want you to count down from 100 when they hit you with that Dilaudid. And then...
Dude, I will make it to 84.
You will not make it to 84.
I'm going to need a second dose, because I'm a big boy, Dude. So, okay, so I go to the doctor tomorrow. I got to go talk to him, and we're going to see what's going on. And I'm going to say, man, okay, here's the deal, Ron. This is where I'm at. This is why it's really confusing. You know those drinks? This is abnormal, folks. We're going to start going into the alien realm now. You know those drinks that you drink, like when you got to really try to flush yourself? It's that lime tasting weird stuff. It's like drinking motor oil, flavored motor oil, right?
No, that's the same kind of stuff they give you when you go in for a colonoscopy.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but you can go to Walgreens and get it. So I drank a whole bottle of that. I don't know, 2 weeks ago. A whole bottle of it because I thought I was literally dying, dude. Honestly, I'm a dude, okay? So I'm not going to lie, and this is sincere, so I'm not trying to jinx myself. I'm not trying to get the universe against me. I seriously thought like I had freaking stomach cancer. I did. And then I started thinking stuff like,
the problem is that man. You didn't know. And so that's like, the scary part about it. Till the doctor can
close, God.
Yeah. Till the doctor can look at you and give you a diagnosis. It's scary. It is.
It's all right. You know, here's the weird thing, man. Do I complain a lot about it? Do I complain a lot about it?
No, actually, I didn't know about it until yesterday. So,
all right. So I have a difficult time. I have a very difficult time complaining about this. I got to tell you, you know, one of the things I least expected, we're going to get into this, folks. We're going to get into forbidden ancient history, ancient technology. We're going to get into that, but we're catching up, right? We're catching up. It's been a while. What was I saying?
You asked me if you complained about it, and I said no.
Yeah. So one of the things that I did not expect coming down here, that was not even a foresight in my plan, not even an existence, not even a reality in my
you're talking about moving from Minnesota down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those things is Miracle League. I just don't know what it is, right? I just don't know what it is. But being there on the weekends, and now this was my third or fourth, I think my third season. You know, and Ron, you're on your second season. You're going into your third.
I will be going into my third. Yeah.
And you get to know these families and you get to know these kids.
Oh, yeah.
So now it just becomes more than just going and doing the thing, right? But I sit there, you sit there, we sit there, and we share all the videos and all the fun. But their life isn't always like that. And they will never have certain and most of the opportunities that most of us complain about. And so it's just like, man, I'm looking at these children that they're at their happiest moment right now because the older they get into adulthood, they're going to become more institutionalized and probably have more medical issues and struggle a lot more in life and become more unhappy as time progresses. Hopefully not, but the chances are pretty good. And that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that they're deprived. And because they're deprived, not at a fault of their own, they get shunned aside by society. We have a very, I don't care what people say, we are very cruel, disgusting creatures. Human beings are ruthless. And so if you're not like I interviewed a lady one time whose daughter, 13 years old, hung herself because those kids in that area were just terribly mean to her.
Bullies. Yeah.
Yep. And the entire community shunned the mother because the mother had a daughter who committed, and she was an adopted daughter from South America who had a deformation. This family adopted a child with this disability. I mean, you want to talk about very godly, wholesome, amazing people?
Yeah.
To do such a thing?
Absolutely.
To give this girl, right? And to come into this world, to come from a third world country into here to a very nice neighborhood and to be treated with such viciousness. Sometimes, Phyllis, we deserve what we get.
People are assholes, dude. And
I love my country.
And it sucks.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love you. I love Americans. I love all human beings. I love my planet. I love our nation. I love our security. I love what we have. But we will destroy it. That is who we are. That is what we do. And if we don't destroy us, we will destroy somebody else to protect what we got. We don't care as much as we pretend to care. all this stuff that we push into the realm of reality, this matrix of reality, it's all show. Because how many times do you hear somebody at a stature preaching something and then they get caught behind the scenes in their real face saying the real feelings and with the real language they want to use, and it's nothing like what they're trying to promote.
Or they get caught with their prostitute, or they get caught, chasing 12-year-old girls over the internet. I mean, I agree with you. Everybody puts on, and look, there are some good, godly, trusting people out there. I agree.
And they are viciously eaten alive, brother. Mm-hmm. You know how they always say, nice men or good men finish last. You know how they say that? Good men finish last.
Nice guys finish first.
Nice guys finish last. Think about that. Why is that? Why is it that somebody finds this thirst? Psychologically, they thrive to live a life of degradation, not of the respect that they claim to fight for all the time. Because once they get it, they don't want it.
Yeah.
They would rather fight for it, but be degraded the entirety of the time. And they call that effing happiness, bro. And here's the weird thing. Historically, this is the part that's tripped me out. So we have not evolved as a species. And we'll go, let's segue right into this.
Yeah.
We have not evolved as a species. We have not. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of academics out there that will come and give me all these really big words and these definitions on how we have. But when you look at a planet that has the amount of creatures like the human beings do, with the level of intelligence that we have learned to live better, right? We have learned to evolve at an external existence to where we built the things around us to comfort the internal, but we never addressed the internal. So all these years since the existence that we could trace human beings, we've always been very tribal. We've always been very territorial.
Yep.
We've always been very dominating, but we've always been the most destructive. And we're the only species, the only creature that can kill something else from a distance. You know what I'm saying? So as a species, we did not evolve when it comes to becoming better people, because we have thousands and thousands and thousands of history books with lessons that we can learn of the savagery that existed on this planet. We can look biblically, we can look at the Old Testament, we can look at the Quran, we can just put religion aside and look at the different wars within Asia, within African continents, the North America, South America, European continents, the wars over the thousands of years of nothing but savagery.
Yeah, agreed.
And we're still the same species. We're still the same people. We still allow ourselves to be followers of these very minimal entities or a singularity of an individual. And we allow this person to dictate our reality, dude. And it's just like just like gazelles. I said it on the show the other day. You could have freaking 1,000 gazelles and they will all sit there and watch one of their own get eaten alive. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There is no evolution in that. Why do gazelles not evolve knowing that in those numbers, they can go waste the shit out of that lion's face in seconds? But they don't. They just sit there and say, oh, eat me.
Wow, dude, did you just do that?
You know what I'm saying, bro?
You did just do that, right?
Dude, that felt good.
I don't even know what
I think I shifted something in my gut on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of went down a little trail there.
So
I apologize.
How come that wasn't bred out of us when we were seated here?
Well, and that's another thing too. Okay, Ron. Okay. I like the way you talk.
Yeah, go, dude. I mean, how come that wasn't if we were seated? Right, yeah.
Ron's drop was the seated word, because I can't get off the seated part, because nothing else to me, you can't, we were a microorganism, and then somehow we unmicroorganisms ourselves and became a very big organism. And then we became this animal, a hairy monkey style, for a long time. Who knows how long, really? And then we just started losing hair And just this very small little species from all the other species just continued to get more intelligent and somehow over time became this, right? Okay, cool. Anyways, I don't know, Ron, but I got a theory.
Okay.
I got a theory is I'm going to go with the God theory. The God theory.
All right.
You can't blame God for your faults. This is coming from a man who's done it most of his life.
I agree.
You can't blame
That's
God
because we
for your
have free
fault.
will. I mean, with free will, we get to make our own decisions with respect to those things. Yes.
We were given life, whether
Yep.
we were seated here or whether God just had this magic wand and however it happened, okay? We were given life, we were given tools, and we're given opportunities. It's kind of like if you have two mice and you just put them in a jar and there's a way out and only one of them has his way out. It's very difficult. Sooner or later, that one will find his way out, but the other one won't.
Yeah.
With, like you said, free will. It's what we do. So I don't live biblically, bro. I don't live in the manner. I mean, as a matter of fact, sometimes if I'm very observant to how I talk publicly, I say some pretty wild shit, dude. And I probably should not say some of the stuff I say because I don't realize the level of what I'm saying, right? Because some people create a standard on the way they choose to live based off their belief system or their faith system. So
Correct.
if you're a very, very strong, devout Christian like my aunt, she is a true representation of a Christian, a lady who gives everything she has to people that don't have nothing, right? She is the perfect person. But she lives very, very biblical. I mean, very, language, the way you live, how you present yourself, the thoughts you have.
Which is what we're all asked to do, right? We're all, well, I better say it this way. We're all directed to do that. Yeah. But because somebody took a bite of the damn apple, we are now subjected to sin, right?
Let me ask though.
So we're directed all by that way.
Directed by who? I honest question. No sarcasm, and I don't have an answer. But directed by who?
I would say God.
Now that is a belief off of faith,
correct?
Right? That is you just.
I mean,
believe
we're directed to
God
act
wants.
a certain way, i.e., the Ten Commandments, things like that. We're directed to act a certain way.
Right. So we don't live off of faith that
so
God
we
communicated
for
with these people.
Forgiveness. Yeah, and because we didn't up until 2022 years ago, because we didn't, God sent His Son down to perish for the sins of everybody, and in the past and now in the future. So the bottom line is because we don't live that way, because we don't live as we were directed, because we are sinners. How did this get into a religious discussion? I don't know.
That's okay, because it's part of the ancient evolution.
Because we're that way, then and we have been given free will, people act like dipshits and then go and ask for forgiveness for it sometimes. And,
so let me piggyback now off the question of your seeding question.
Okay.
How does seeding play a part in this? Okay, so let's say that some people were seeded. I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not saying this is what I built. Let's say Adam and Eve. Okay. Biblically, they're the ones who are believed to be the beginning of human mankind, right?
Correct.
So let's just say Adam and Eve were the ones that were seeded here on this planet. Through time, as we were being monitored and watched, and civilizations were being built, going to the ancient technology side of things, because things were built in ways that today science still cannot explain the way that it was built. That is not a theory. That is there's real stuff out there, right? But then we started screwing up a little bit. We started kind of screwing up and we started slipping because, honestly, probably, pre-Jesus, 2003, 1000, humans were at a pretty savage time in their existence. They lived a pretty savage lifestyle. You look at what was going on in Rome, and you people go to a freaking arena to watch people get savagely killed. That is probably not the way you want to control a society, because you're creating a bloodthirsty society, right?
Right.
So, the people watching God And all of his people says, you know what, they're messing up. We need to send somebody down and go kind of get people back in line, So they send his son down. And Jesus becomes into existence and kind of resets and rebalances humanity.
Oh, he tries
and now
to.
we're at that
but
level.
He wasn't here to rebalance humanity. He was here to prove that people can be sinless. He was here to show the love of God to mankind. And he was here to die for the sins of mankind on our behalf. I mean, that's the thing is, God is a just God, but he is an all powerful God, and death needed to occur for us to be forgiven. Bottom line.
So can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Do you think that the more we try to understand that, because I mean, you can get
it's hard to understand. People don't understand it. No.
When we talk about the rules of life, when it comes to living a wholesome Christian life or a biblical life or a Catholic life or whatever it may be, all those rules were never really established or created really by Jesus. Those are all people that, or Moses with the 10 Commandments, or people that were the apostles, or people that knew Jesus, and those were from the teachings of theirs. And then, the evolution of the Bible becomes the reality of over half the planet, right? And I'm not saying that, and I'm not being argumentative. I'm just saying that there's a lot of different ways. So my question is that it's so easy for people to get so caught up into all the things of jumping into the realm of so much, like me and the paranormal. I'm never going to have the answers I want. I will never have the answers I want until I die. That's like me.
I went on a I don't know, I guess I went about 10 years ago, and I was on a mission to figure out what the ultimate answer to dieting was. And you know what I figured out? Nobody effing knows, except the simple words of stop eating so damn much and exercise more. Period.
So do what nobody have done for hundreds of years.
Yep. And there's no answer. So I agree with you. The same thing with paranormal. We won't know the answers until we can't provide the answers. That was deep right there.
Dude, I know. And so that's the thing, brothers, that I've seen over all these years, including myself, we get so caught up in realms of trying to understand or trying to get why the world thinks the way it does, why the world reacts the way it does, why the world allows things to happen the way it does, and why we live at such a singular level, because we talk about the singularity, brother. And, if you really step back and think about it, we're actually already living in it.
Yeah.
Because this reality we live in, dude, this is all normal to everybody around the world. And we accept the evil along with the good. And we decide where's good and where's bad and who can be deprived and who can't and who's okay and who's not. And we eat it and we take it. And we're like, okay, as long as we have food in our refrigerator, as long as we have a roof over our heart, we don't give two shits about the world until something happens to us. And then we get mad when the world don't come and save us.
Correct.
We're just weird, man. We're all weird, right? Except us. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Well, and there are very few people in one's life, honestly, very few people that will actively reach out, actively say, hey, how are you? I haven't heard from you in a few days. Are you doing okay? That kind of thing.
Like you do with me all the time.
All the time, baby.
You're like, yo, hey, meatball, I'm just calling, checking on your balls. How they looking today?
That's not
I'm
what I say.
Fantastic.
What do I say?
Well, that's how I hear it, okay?
No.
That's how I hear it.
I'm just, I honestly, what I say when I text you is, I'm
have
just checking in.
Have a fantastic day.
Yeah, have a good day.
Hope you're doing great. I love the shit out of you, bro.
Yeah.
Man, if you were here, I would hug you.
Yep. That's how it goes, dude.
And Becker, thank you for saying that, Becker, because you brought me back to what I was actually going. So when we are on this planet, like I said, we can't get mad at God. We want to, because sometimes that's all we have left, right? Because that's when I was the most mad at him, when I ran out of people to blame. Because I didn't want to blame this guy right here.
Yep. That last person you wanted to blame was you.
it is up to us. And this is, again, why I brought up the biblical side of things, because we're molded to living this very specific standard of life. And if we veer from it, then it's a bad thing. And there's consequences, whether it be spiritually or physically, or be prison or going to hell. You know what I mean? So I believe my language don't matter. How I present things don't matter. How you take it is all on you. How you choose to absorb the information, if you choose to be offended or not, is 100% on you, because that is so irrelevant when it comes to our next step in our spiritual destination, right? Because what do we do on this planet? Because the words we say are irrelevant to the actions that we truly do. So I could say F this and F that and F that, but you know what? 5 minutes later, we're going to be out helping somebody who definitely needs help in one form or the other. So what's more important, language or physical actions?
I always say, and I always think, what does the heart say? Literally, what does the heart say? I may say shit and F and, damn or whatever once in a while myself, but what does my heart tell people? What does my heart tell me? We were all born with a conscience, right? That's that still little voice inside of us that says that's a good or a bad thing. Some people don't hear their conscience talk. I know people like that. Some people, they don't have a conscience. They don't. And you can see those people quite often. No, I'm not. But there are people, and most people have a conscience. It's that spirit inside of us, if you will, that's telling us this is wrong, this is right. It's whether or not you listen to it. You remember the little angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other kind of thing?
Oh, I know.
Which one are you listening to tonight?
Well, to be honest with you, I listen to both sides, because I got to look at the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I got a little both sides in me too.
I'll look this way and I'll be like, what's the worst case scenario? You know what I'm saying?
Are there degrees? Are there degrees of crappiness? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty wild though, man. So what is the standard? So at the end of the day, it's what you represent in a lifetime. So when you're on your deathbed, when you die, because that is your only guarantee you have right now, is when you die, and a book is written about every day of your life. Literally. Yep. Not trying to be all motivational right now or anything. Literally, if you read your own book of your story of your life, how would you truly feel? Honestly. Seriously. You wouldn't be happy, probably. Just saying. We're always going to have things, right, Ron? We're always going to have things that are going to hole at our heart, and you can't accomplish every freaking dream you want to do in this world. If you do that, you're setting yourself up to fail. Just pick one, dial in, and just own it. And make your balls look real good while you do it too. It's really important.
I don't get it with the balls, man.
Dude, that is the representation. Dude, that is your identity. It's like, they could get rid of driver's license and just, how dogs have to smell each other's ass for identity? We should use our balls, just saying. Dude, use it for fingerprints, use it for when we go to the airport. We just scan our balls right on the scanner when we go to the grocery store. That's how we ID it. That's how we use to pay our credit cards.
What just crossed my mind? It wasn't what just crossed my mind wasn't flopping the balls out there. What crossed my mind was flopping the balls out there where somebody else's just were. That's what hit my mind when you said that about the airport.
You never done that before?
I am so grossed out now.
You never done that before, Phillips?
No. What are you talking about?
I don't know. What are you talking about, bro?
Oh my God. All right.
What?
Let's see. Do we have anything else we're talking about tonight? God. So we did. We talked about, what'd you call it? What you titled the show tonight?
Forbidden History.
Forbidden History and Ancient Technology.
And ancient technology. All right. So now let's go back now for a second. Okay. There was a professor from a prestigious university. She had findings that proved the existence of intelligent human beings going way, way back. I'm talking, I don't want to really kind of give a number. I'm kind of nervous. I want to say in the hundreds of thousands of years, if not close to like a million. It was substantial. All of it was evidential.
Okay.
All of it was data logged. It was research. It was proven. You know, you have your scientists all sit down with a hypothesis or whatever crap they do. You know, the synthesis, whatever it all is, right? It was all proven to be legit. But they told her that she could not publish this information. And so there is where my journey began in the forbidden history, because the evidence that she had would literally change so much about our entire existence, of the intelligence of the human species, that we were able to make weapons, that we were able to cook, we were able to make tools, we were able to have hunting tools. Like, you know, we're just in that stage. So how do you, stupid, you know?
Right. So how do you know this information?
Well, it was a published article of her story. So this is what happened. She published it.
Okay.
Because there are scientists out there that believe that no matter how far against the narrative it goes, that real science, and science is science, because we live in a world, Phillips, right now where our science is not science anymore. It's create something to make it legitimate with this.
That's right.
And make that science real to coexist with that over there. Good and bad. You know what I mean?
We've seen that more in the last 3 years. Yeah.
If we actually studied science and we actually adhered to the real laws of science, and that's number one is integrity, we would already have had a cure for cancer. That's what I'm saying.
And there are many that say we do.
I believe we do. I do. Yep. My heart does. My psychic abilities are saying we do. But see, there again, it's us. We don't care. We'll just continue to go get our chemo, and we'll continue to go get our radiation and continue to die, and say, here's $50. I hope you find a cure, you know? So she published this. Bro, she lost her license to teach.
Yep.
She got excommunicated from every university in the country.
Probably all by board of doctors or scientists.
Yep. 100%.
Yep.
Of the archaeological board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now she owns.
They call it a peer review.
Oh, really? Well, so it was already peer reviewed.
Yeah.
That was the problem. It was already peer reviewed. It was already all proven statistical. It was just, once you make it public, then it becomes like real fact that has to be considered as real.
Right. And if they don't want it considered, then all of the sudden it's, I mean, it's the same thing with, look, we went through it with the COVID and and I don't want to get into it, but the vaccine and stuff. The bottom line is there's knowledge, and then there's knowledge we're not supposed to have. And if those people sitting in the peer review board decided it's knowledge that the public doesn't need, but yet you're trying to push it, you're going to be excommunicated from this group of
who has given themselves godly authority.
I'm telling you,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a group of peers. I say peers. It's a group of the person's peers, i.e. medical doctors who all have the same type of training. They may have specialties, right? But they all have the same type of training. What makes you a better doctor to determine whether what I'm saying is true or false than me? I did my own research into this, whatever it is.
The last YouTube channel I had was shut down because we had 100% legitimate doctor on our freaking program.
I know.
So that doctor, narrative.
The doctor didn't go with whatever the narrative was for that particular topic. I get it.
So you can never evolve as a species. You can never evolve spiritually as long as you continue to stay within the matrix of the narrative.
Yeah.
Because it's just a big bowl of freaking spaghetti. You know what I mean? It's not an organized compartment. So I remember I was talking, when I found out about this, I was doing radio with John Ward. And I looked into the story a little bit deeper. I just want to make sure it wasn't just some exaggerated story, to find out, Ron, that there's actually a lot of stories out there in regards to people coming up with real stuff. You hear about Graham Hancock all the time. You know, he's alternative science is how they look at him. Scientists look at Graham Hancock as pseudoscience. Well, Graham Hancock has probably revealed more historically than most scientists that exist today because they're too busy following the narrative. I got a hold of John and I was asking him about this history thing, right? And the manipulation of it, because they find things at their dig site.
Yeah.
That has changed historical documentation and events, or validated or gave information to say, okay, this is what was happening at this time, which is a beautiful thing.
It is, unless they find something that wasn't supposed to have happened at that time. Then all of a sudden it's like, shoo, shut that down.
When we watch our existence on this planet, since we've existed, there's always been war, famine, destruction. So you can't sit back and listen to people today and say, well, if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. Folks, let me tell you something. We've been on this planet for how many thousands of years? We have not learned from history yet. So this ain't nothing new. No. So no, I don't know when we expect to learn from it. But John was saying is that there are some people at the highest statures in science that have gotten these major awards, and history books and science books are solely written on their work and their research, and, he tells it in a whole different way, in more of an elegant way than I do, but pretty much if they came up now with things that would alter our existence, our reality, could you imagine the shift in just the educational system and the amount of money it would cost just to update our educational books and formats and all that? Just that alone.
Oh yeah. Trillions of dollars by today's standards. Yeah.
And on top of that, all these prestigious scientists that received all of these awards. What's up, Susan? That received all of these awards that have been the pioneers of evolution.
Yeah.
With their work. Do they lose those awards now because their science was wrong? Do they get discredited? Do they lose their licenses? What happens? It turns into turmoil. So this is what happens when you solidify something as the thing. Because when I was looking for articles today about forbidden history, dude, I was finding articles just on the United States of forbidden history. And there has been so much that has happened pre-Columbus in this country, dude. And Scott Walter, some of the things he's found in the United States with Mayan civilizations, with different European civilizations, not Columbus, but ruins.
Yeah.
Like ancient ruins in the United States. And we just act like it don't exist.
Well, I mean, it existed once. People knew about it once. And, lost in time, if you will. But there are things, I mean, look, we've seen, what do you call it? Cave paintings. We've seen, Egyptian hieroglyphs. We've seen a lot of stuff with even, the Mona Lisa painting, right? We've seen stuff that looks like, she was probably hot back in her day. There are things that appear to have UFOs, spaceships, alien craft in the picture, in the hieroglyphs, right? And, people will just go, no, it was such and such else. We don't know that. We don't know what it was, but we do know that there's this consistent, aspect about it going way back thousands of years. What are you looking at?
Looking at, are there results? Do I get results for this thing? Where did it go? I mean, how many people said that they love you?
Oh, would you put out a poll?
Yeah, you put a poll in the chat room. Where did it go?
I don't know.
Dude, you didn't see the poll?
I didn't see the poll.
Thank you, Hiram. So that was the thing about John and dude. So
I think Hiram is Dominic.
Oh, dude, I totally would. Hiram.
By the way, while I'm thinking about it, OdysseyRadio.com
there you go.
now has a new show that will start for us Monday night at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern. The name of the show is Blondes and Booze and the Woo. Blondes and Booze and the Woo. That's BOOS, not BOOZE, but BOOS. Blondes and Booze and the Woo. And that's I think it's Aaron, Krista, and Brandy. They've got a paranormal show. Aaron is a psychic, and Aaron Eck, she is a psychic medium, and her and Krista and Brandy do a show. Again, it's Blondes and the Booze and the Woo.
Oh!
Blondes and Booze and the Woo. Wow, it's hard to say.
Blondes and booze. Just think. Blondes and boobs. Blondes and booze and the woo.
Yeah, and the Woo. WOO.
See, that's how you got to think about things. One other announcement we got to make. We got to let everybody know that in a couple weeks we are going to have some special guests on the program.
I was going to ask if you wanted to let that out of the bag.
Absolutely, we do. So yeah. I think today is the 10th. So 2 weeks from today, whatever that date's going to be, the 24th.
No, oh, you said the 22nd. That's what you told me.
I know, but the 24th would be the day that we air it.
Oh, that we air it if we can get it ready. Yeah, the interview's on the 22nd.
And that's a Tuesday.
That is a Tuesday, correct.
We have folks, are you ready? We have the entire crew from Destination Fear coming on the program with us.
Yeah. Let's see, it's Dakota. It's his sister, right?
Yep.
Their cameraman, I don't forget their names, but you know them.
Hi, bro. You are the one that remembers them all the time.
No, dude, I need to go out and look. Well, I just know Dakota because you've been mentioning his name when you've been working on it. But yeah, so Rocky was able to score that interview for us. We'll film that and then play it on Thursday night.
Yeah, basically what I told them is
we had to wait till season 5 started, right? Is that the deal?
Yeah, yep. Yeah. What am I doing? Yeah, so we had to wait for the season. I forgot what I was saying, man. I think that was it. I think you said it for me, right? Oh, I was looking for, here it is right here. Travel Channel. Dakota, Chelsea, Tanner, and Alex.
Yeah, so Alex, I hadn't seen any episodes with Alex in it, but Tanner. So Dakota.
They're all Chelsea, in them.
In all of them?
Alex is the camera guy, the blonde-headed camera guy. And then Tanner's the tall guy with
Tanner's
the glasses.
the tall guy, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought Tanner was the camera guy, but you're right. It'll be we're getting all 4 of them?
We're all 4 of them.
Sweet.
All 4 of them.
How are we going to put them in this?
Just do it. They're all probably going to be in one camera, bro.
That's what they need to be because we only gave them one dial-in capability.
So, you know what, dude? It's going to be magical. It's going to be fun. And they're giving us a whole hour. And so,
Are they really?
That's kind of a big deal, dude.
That is fantastic. Yep. All right. We got to do some prep, man, with the questions. And I got to get out there and watch some of the episodes and stuff.
Dude, you know, it's going to be kind of wild because you're going to have 4 people answering. The chances are, I bet you any money, mark my words, there will be a total of 3 questions the entire show.
Because we'll all just be chatting or what?
Because you know it's just going to go.
Yeah,
it's just going to happen because it's going to be natural.
We got to be prepared with some good stuff. But yeah, so the cast.
I'm asking them one question.
Okay, what?
I swear to God, I'm asking them. I'm asking them if they woke up in the middle of the night and something was playing with the balls. They couldn't see them.
Don't ask him that.
I'm gonna freaking ask him that. I swear, I'm doing it. How much?
Can you wait till the last minute of the interview?
No.
Thanks.
How much? Do you dare me?
No, because I know you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna bet you anything.
Come on, bro.
No,
we could have got a freaking thing going. We got an auction going.
I'm just not gonna do it. Holy crap!
Damn it. Hey, I'm gonna say this, okay? And I'm gonna tell her this. I'm gonna tell this to Chelsea.
Okay.
She is the bravest one out of all 4 of them, and I am saying that, dude, at the highest level of respect.
I agree.
Brother.
I've seen the episodes. She'll go bust her ass off into a freaking middle of a haunted who knows what by her damn self. Dude. Now she gets freaked out. Don't get me wrong, but she is the bravest of all of them.
You know, is it sexist to automatically think, because I'm sitting there thinking about it. It's just like, why did I just kind of make it a big deal that I find her to be the bravest? Was that the sexist that because I automatically think dudes are supposed to be machismo, that somebody would be expected to be braver than her? Was that, see, I just recognize a behavior flaw. Thank you, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, it makes sense. So does it? You know, I mean, is it? Do you expect a man to be braver in a haunted location than a woman, Ron?
I don't know that I expect either one of them to be braver than the other. I know that one of the three of them will not be me. I'm a little bit farther down on the brave list than everybody else.
I'm at the bottom, dude. I talk shit.
No, I've nudged you out of the bottom. I can't. I've watched you, both you and I stood at the bottom of a staircase looking up into darkness at the Hill House and looking at each other going, you go. No, I'm not going, you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, I mean, no, that didn't work for us. Neither one of us.
You know what's weird is because I want to do that challenge so bad, Phillips. I want to do the challenge at the Hill House.
The whole night by yourself in the house?
I want to so bad.
But?
Answer me why I even want to do it. Why do I want to do it? You
don't have to have a want to. Why wouldn't you do it?
I'd give you a million reasons why I wouldn't.
Can you?
I can't give you one why I would, but I want to do it. That's the weirdest thing. It's like the answers I should give you, I can't.
I want to go through Navy SEAL training too, but I have a million reasons why I can't do it. I just want to. The bottom line is what is so intriguing about it that you might learn something you don't already know?
Because it's probably such a fear of mine, and I don't like the fact that fear intimidates me. Yes.
Yep. That's it. That's it. It's an intimidation thing, and it pisses you off that you're intimidated.
It has that power on me. That's right. I don't like that because, and I say this to Rocky all the time, the importance of this frequency, and dude, we're challenged with it all the time. Yeah. We're always sitting there trying to tune it. You go in confidently, not arrogantly, but confidently. You're less prone to have experiences or to have attachments or to you go in vulnerably or disrespectfully or fearfully. They will suck on you like a freaking leech that hasn't sucked blood in a week. You know what I mean?
Look, if you want to experience something like that and not really go there, come over here. I got a new toy. We'll experience it.
What do you got for a toy, dude? This is kind of getting me aroused.
That's my VR headset. I'll put you in a haunted house. Bring your ass over. We got to do
it and live stream it, dude. I got the next 3 days off. Coming over.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna live stream it too. All right. So, number one reason
because we can record inside the headset too.
We can do, and then you got to get me running into a wall. I'll do it on purpose.
See, I don't want you to run into the wall.
Yeah, you do.
Close us out, buddy. We got about a minute.
All right. So the only reason before I take us out here that it would be my solidification of not doing it is because I know the first place they're going to send me is in that crawl space up in the corner in the attic.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to go in there by myself in an empty house.
Nope.
That's it. Thursday night. Hey, we'll keep everybody updated, but the show is on. It's going to be 2 weeks from today. We're going to have the entire Destination Fear crew on the program. They got a new series coming out, man. I'm telling you, I'm super stoked. Ron, am I going to hear the music?
Yeah, there it is.
Hey, folks, man, we love the hell out of each and every single one of you. We hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Love your veterans. Love your family. Love your country. May God bless you. May God bless America. May God bless Ron Phillips because his balls are beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Phillips, take us home, baby.
OdysseyRadio.com, abnormalrealities.com. Guys, we'll see you in a week. Take care.